Hello, friends, enemies, lovers, haters, and everyone in between. It has been a heck of a week. Last Thursday, I had to have emergency surgery. I can actually see my pills behind me there. Right there. Right there. Um, it's been interesting recovering from that, and then I also had to go back to work, and I'm now on call. So it has just been a busy, busy week. And I've had this little set booster box sitting here. I opened a half of one and did pretty well, and I'll probably post both of those videos together because I haven't posted the other one yet. But no sense in letting this thing just sit here and do nothing. If you're going to have a set booster box, you might as well either open it or sell it as is. And I would rather have some fun right now because I haven't been able to get out much. So we're going to open this fella. A nice little art piece comes with it. Let's refocus here. There we go. That's better. And in this we've got, what, 30 boosters as opposed to 36 as you would classically get in the old booster boxes, or I think it's 36 in the draft booster boxes as well. What's on the opposite side of this? Just an ad. Nothing special. That's okay. So we've got a couple nice little piles of cards. I'm not going to go terribly slowly. I'm going to move forward with not urgency, but just to not waste any time. Now, unfortunately, I believe that this set booster box, because it is American made, which you can see. Where is it? Fabrico's États-Unis, right there. Go look up a little bit closer. And Anglais, oh, made in the US. There you go. So that's how we know that these are made in the US, because they're labeled as made in the US. So that means that we're not going to have that cool shrine card. Oh, well. Oh, that's pretty. Is that the Wandering Emperor? So I like the frames here. There are a lot of really cool arts. Some good draft cards. Honestly, okay, it's not too bad. Completion. Honestly, this box I'm just hoping to open some value and have some fun opening. I think I about broke even on my last one, so long as I move some degree of quickly. So I'll have a buy list coming up. Oh, beautiful forest. I like these lands. They're really cool. Done a little bit of drafting in this set, not just a whole lot though. Living Lore, that's quite nice. Lore counter any saga. Can return a saga or enchantment creature you control to its owner's hand. And a saga card from your graveyard to your hand. That might be good for the Life's Enchantress deck. Colossal Turtle. And we got a Factor Eviction. Okay, that's not a bad card. I think that's a buck or two. I think. Oh, I forgot to look it up. Let's look it up here. Let's look at the price list, and as of date of filming, the market price. Of course, the hot stuff is set and collector booster exclusive, I believe, for the Neon Hidetsugu. The yellow WPN exclusive, which isn't out of a pack, that's from WPN premium stores. It's like $400. It's $886 for the neon red. That's extremely rare. A buddy of mine picked one out of a collector box and then sold it and got 2 more collector boxes and did well in those. The Showcase Foil Etched Wandering Emperor is 192. Blue Hidetsugu Neon is 142. Jin-Gitaxias Phyrexian Foil Etched 111. So there's a lot of good money cards here, but they're very much chase cards. This set seems to be an experiment in how they can place extremely rare chase cards like they've been doing in baseball card sets for years and years. It's only a matter of time before they get, in my opinion, artist-signed cards. They've already experimented with putting a little piece of a chopped sheet in secret layers and things like that. Anyway, once we get down to normal cards, the Boseiju Who Endures non-foil is like $35. The Showcase Jin-Gitaxias is $33. Kodama of the West Tree Showcase Foil is $31. Basically, it's, other than chase cards, it's a Boseiju lottery here, largely. Tezzeret isn't bad. Most of the stuff needs to be borderless in order for it to be any kind of real money. Hidetsugu consumes all is $12. Kaido Shizuki, $10. There's a good number of cards that can pay for the pack, but this is kind of a lottery set. So let's just go ahead and open a red neon Hidetsugu. I might be mispronouncing that. Really nice forest. Love the art on that one. Really cool. That card's really nice in draft. I did a black and blue deck with some blink effects. And that was really fun to put that. Modern Age. Musion of Towering Might. That's pretty cool. Indestructible counter. Otherwise just big. Oh, and we got a Brilliant Restoration. Artifact and enchantment cards from Graveyard Battlefield. That is a really nice commander effect. So that might actually be a thing. That's a really pretty rat. Love the ninja rats. Since we've got a whole box and I'm already a few minutes in, we're just gonna skip right to the interesting things. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, foil planes. That's really nice. That art is for Enormous Energy Blade, and that looks really cool. Nice planes. Inventive Iteration. Return up to one target creature, planeswalker to its owner's hand. Return artifact from graveyard to your hand. And then it becomes Living Breakthrough. Whenever you cast a spell, your opponents can't cast spells with the same mana value as that spell until next turn. That's kind of cool. That's not awful. And we got a Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh. How about that? Okay, I think it's a card. Reckoner's Shakedown. Also a card. Alright, we're not doing bad so far. And we also have some secret layers coming soon. I'm really hoping to get out of the buying secret layers business, just because I don't like surrendering to fear of missing out. Short Circuit, interesting. Get a removal for draft. Quest for Knowledge, that is a card. Grab Enlightenment. Hey, there's the lottery card. And that's not awful either. Mountain. It's always good when you get a mountain. Put those right up there. Active iteration. And again. Jump. Great card. Awesome. Oh, that's pretty. Temio Completed Sage. That is just gorgeous. Is that one like Death Touch? That is a very good card. It passes the vanilla test, 1/2 for 1, and it has a sacrifice effect that you can use immediately without tapping as many times as you want at instant speed, which is just fantastic. Huh. A mountain back here. Toad Rider. Okay. Keep going on that same stack. Ishin to Heavens is one. Nice art card. Planes. We're a Technician. Kind of like these ninjas. There are a lot of them. The old ninjas are enjoying a price bump because they work with the new ninjas as well. Satoru Mizawa. Oh, and Life of Toshiro Mizawa in foil. Very nice. I feel like that's a couple of cards. There's no Buke. That is for sure. Guardians of Agora. How about that? That swamp. What a beauty. Those foil lands have gone up from about 2.5 to about 5 apiece because people are realizing that they are gorgeous. Hey! Abandoned Mire. Another from the Boseiju cycle. They're legendary lands that don't come into play tapped and do an extra thing. So, no reason to not use them. Unless you're really afraid of Blood Moon. That is one. I'd really like to get a borderless one. But that's one that might. Who knows? Well, let's look at that ability again. Discard it. Mill 3 cards, return a creature or planeswalker. Okay, it probably won't go into my Pox deck because there aren't any creatures to return, really. But I could see it being a very easy one-of in a whole lot of decks, just for a little extra value. Nice little AO the Dawn Sky. I picked up one of those in my other half box. Turn. Light notice. There we go. Invoke Calamity. From 2 instant or sorcery spells, total mana value 6 or less from your graveyard without paying the mana cost, blah blah blah. Okay, there's some things you can do with that. I'm not super excited about it. But if you have the kind of deck that likes to do that kind of thing, specifically with suspend cards, that can be a really nice thing. Oh, that's beautiful. This is a really nice alternate art for, was that Kaido Shizuki? Yeah, we got a nice forest. Really good looking forest there. Invoke the Winds. Just a strictly much worse control magic, except you. Oh, I guess it's not. It's a sorcery. Okay, so there's ways that you can have more fun with this because it is a sorcery and not an enchantment. Okay, I'll buy that. Hey, Blood Pet. It feels like yesterday I was actually opening boxes of Tempest. One of my classic stories that I've probably told on this channel before. It was 1997, probably summertime, maybe late summer. I was in Oklahoma City on the south side, and I was at the old game headquarters store when it was pretty much the only game in town. You could buy Magic cards there or at this really awful little hobby shop in the mall. And I hated going to the hobby shop. Oh, you did a Grim Betrayal. All right, bonus card. I got Joe Uprising and a Shrine. Anyway, I hated going to the hobby shop because they were very, very snobby, really. As a new player, I went in and they were like, "Oh, you clearly don't know what you want." I'm like, "I'm asking you what I want. What do I want? I want to start playing. What do I buy?" And they're like, "Well." Anyway, went to game headquarters. Started playing. Played for a while. Tempest came out. I went in and I had started my actual first real job, and I had about $500 that was given to me when I finished training, because I was basically training for free, and then if I finished the training in the family business, I got a bonus that was really didn't come out to a whole lot because it was a long training period, but they gave me $500. Great. So I go to the game headquarters. I look in the case, I talk to the guys, and Brian that worked there said, "What can I get for you?" I said, "I got to spend some money." He said, "How much?" I said, "A bunch." He said, "Well, if I were you, I'd probably buy either a Black Lotus." So there was a like a mint beta Lotus in the case for about $275 or $350, something in that general area. There was an unlimited Lotus for about $175. There was a Summer Blue Hurricane for, I think, also $175 or $250. There's stacks of dual lands from Revised in decent shape for $8 to $15 mostly, and beta duels for somewhere between 30 and 50 each. And if you don't mind alpha duels, which you couldn't play in a tournament at that point, you could get a discount off of beta for taking your alpha duels or Lotus, because they were undesirable at the time. So I looked really hard, and I thought, and I probably walked around that store for 30 minutes looking at everything they had. And I got up the courage and bought 4 boxes of Tempest. I will never, ever forget that as long as I live. Turned down the Beta Lotus, turned down all the Moxes. I could have gotten several. Oh, I got Joe. Nice. Oh, Commune Transient. Very nice. I probably could have gotten with that. I think the Moxes were, if I got like rough shape unlimited ones, I probably could have got them for 75 to 125, depending on which one they are. I probably could have gotten a rough full set of unlimited Moxes for that. The folly of youth. We didn't know. It was crazy to spend $10 on a card. Another Myojo. Very nice. Everything back then in the city was basically measured in how many revised 4th or 5th edition Birds of Paradise was a given card worth. It was the Stone of Jordan of Magic card valuation. Really love the aesthetic of this set. Just beautiful. Nice planes. Mirror box. Legend rule doesn't apply. Each legendary creature you control, blah, blah, blah. Very nice. Showcase border. I'm not sure how I feel about the showcase border. It's fine. I think it fits the aesthetic of the set. Oh, that's a beauty. Look at that art card. Vessel of the All-Consuming, rather. That's just nice. I like that. Who did that? Azure. That's a nice card. Takes up to some degree of fine. I think that Bank Buster is really interesting. Just for another look. Pay 2 and tap, draw a card. You can do it 3 times. And then once you've done it 3 times, you make a 1/1 that can crew it. Just really neat. That might go in a deck. Swift Watercliff's foil, as useful as that is. Spirit Sister's Call. I don't know this one. At the beginning of your own step, choose target permanent card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice a permanent that shows card type. If you do, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it gets if this permanent would leave the battlefield exile. Okay, so you can get any permanent. So, okay. Not sold on it for 5 plus sacrifice a thing, unless you really need to have a sacrifice outlet that's 5 mana. I don't know. Not sold on it. Universal Surveillance. Nice. Beautiful Swamp. Hey, there's a Reinforced Ronin. This is a card. I'm not selling any of these. I need a couple misprinted copies. This is, it's not quite Goblin Guide, but it feels like Goblin Guide number 5 and 6, maybe? Also, dodges sorcery speed removal. Also, if it's no longer useful, cycle it. It's a good card. It's a very good card. That's my call for Eternal Playable. This one's also interesting. This is Commander stuff. Exile all somethings. Oh, you can do it all. You can exile all artifacts, creatures, enchantments, and graveyards. That seems some degree of powerful. Oh, Sacred Rites is bad. That's a bad card. There we go. All right, looks like a little more than halfway through. We're running out of lottery slots, so we need that big money card. Tameshi Reality Architect. Yeah, there's another Reinforced Ronin. Pulling that. Behold the Unspeakable. Hey, Tameshi Reality Architect. Got it in the same pack as the art card. And this is the nice frame. And we got a tribute to Harabi. Each opponent creates a 1/1 black rat rogue creature token. Twice. Gain control of all rat tokens. This is going right into my Toxrill deck. Modern Age, okay. So we got a couple cards that might have a bit of value. We got a couple of cards that will actually be used, which is nice. Oh, look at this. That's beautiful. What is that? Oh, it's Jin Gitaxis. Yeah. Progress Tyrant. That Look at that guy. Nice art. Got another nice planes. Oh, combo is decent. It's a fine grizzly bear. Probably mostly good and limited. Great and limited. Won't make it in the legacy burn. Which, I mean, if that was the point, then I wouldn't be opening packs. Here's the 5-color shrine art card. That's nice. I have to go back through here again and separate my nice ones from my others. Lion Sash, that's a good one. This is a very good card. I think this is a good midterm hold, maybe. I mean, really, exile target card from a graveyard for white. If it was a permanent card, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And yeah, I mean, that can get big pretty soon. You don't gain life off of it. So it's like a fixed and modified scavenging ace, but for white. White has consistently gotten some nice cards recently. Blazing Sky. And a Foil Mountain, how about that? Woo! Silver Fur Master. Kind of nice ninjutsu card. That's probably a card. 2 Aki running right next to one. Include Courtyard is not bad. Choose a creature type. Add colorless or 1 mana of any color, only to cast. I mean, really nice card. This is also very good. Gloomshrieker is very solid. Menace. I mean, if it dies, you have to exile it, but Menace makes it good. Invoke the Ancients. Spirit creature tokens. Three choice of Vigilance counter, Reach counter, or Trample counter. Blade of the Oni. What is this? Menace. Equipped creature has base power and toughness 5/5, has menace, and is a black demon. That seems good. And it's very nice art. I really like that. Good piece. Good pack. Sip my tea here. That, yeah, Reflection of Kiki Jiki. I like that they made that card. Got an awful lot of planes here for someone who doesn't play white. Enforced Verona, and it's a card. Counting on transients. One of those will go to the wife for her Enchantress deck that she's played precisely once since I built it 3 years ago. What do we got here? Voltage Surge. Beautiful coloring. Lots of pinks, purples. I like that. Pinks, purples, and blues. I also can't get over that being a beautiful card. I feel like the foils of this are going to be good long-term holds because it's a decently playable card, but people love cats. Gotta have it for a cat deck. Another forest not at the front because we got the tap land. Another Blade of the Oni. And a Fall of Lord Conda. wonder if Blade of the Oni is actually... It's a 50-cent card for regular. Okay. That's fine. I might throw that in Tox Roll for funsies. Another dragon. This is Kura the Boundless Sky. Nice. Dismal Backwater foil. Charging Haven as a card. Eater of Virtue. This seems to be a popular card to build craft with. I don't know if it's going to be a good long-term hold or not. Mech Hanger. 1 mana of any color, spend ability to cast a pilot or vehicle spell. Target vehicle becomes an artifact creature. Okay. And Moon Lance, which is not good. Okay. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to get my red neon card. Oh, looking here, looks like the foil nice basics have come back down again. That's all right. I think these will be possibly reasonable midterm holds. I don't know. I'll keep a mountain of each type in foil and non-foil, but it seems like they're kind of saturating the market with good card. Saturating the market with prestige basics lately. What is this? Goblin Shaman. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Big money, no whammies. Well, that's very nice. Setsuki the Living Lore. Nice heart. That's nice. Light Paws Emperor Voice. Another one for the Wife's Enchantress deck. And a Mugen of Cryptic Dreams in foil. That's quite nice. So the Mugen are actually anything. Oh, they're not listed here because they're not actually in this set. We'll just have to find out later. That's nice art. Smoke Spirits Aid. Okay, a nice little swamp there. You know, I've gotten a bunch of this one, but I don't think I've gotten any. Let's go back and look. I don't think I've gotten any of the red swamp. Interesting. The Courtyard is a good card. That one is a good card. What do I got here? Chishiro the Shattered Blade. An aura or equipment enters the battlefield. Create a 2/2 red spirit creature type with menace. Beginning red step, put a +1/+1 counter on each modified creature. Huh. That's pretty good. It's its own engine. And we got a soul transfer. Nice to get removal. Okay, just a couple packs left and we'll be done. All right, well, one more and then we'll open the chase card in the last pack just so that we have nice build up, huh? Yeah. Hey, there's the art card for old what's his name? Light Paws Emperor's Voice. How about another of this foil swamp that is that art and not the other one? Wild. Just odd. March of Otherworldly Light. I think this card is fine. That's all I'll say about it. I think it's fine. I think it's outclassed mostly by the Modern Horizons 2 Uncommon. However, you don't have to play like a 3-color deck in order to run this. You can run it in Death and Taxes, for example. What is this guy? Myojin of Blooming Dawn. Okay. Mountain. It's good. Good call. Okay. All right. Cross your fingers. We're opening a $1,000 card. This box is basically a lottery. And that's kind of what they've been moving to lately. Now the math goes that the total possible value of each box, while it's still in print, once you do all the math, has to add up to the price of a box. Because as long as it's more valuable than that, people are going to open it like crazy. Scrap welder? You're giving me a scrap welder. I asked for a $1,000 card and you give me a scrap welder. Application specialist, invisible stalker. Well, at least invisible stalker is hexproof and unblockable. Rude, rude, rude. No $1,000 cards for me. Oh well. I will say my stack of things that are either rares or foils or some degree of playable uncommon that I think will have some value is of decent size. And if I add to that the stack from the other half a box, it is of very decent size. I don't feel like I'm going to break even on this box and a half. Maybe I will. Let's see. I think most of it's going to get buy listed. And then I'll give, as I have tended to do, I'll give the bulk to a local who has been given them to teachers and various students to build decks. So anyway, that was lots of fun. I have one more little thing to show off. For anybody who didn't know, singer Mark Lanigan, one of my probably my favorite singer, one of my favorite musical artists ever, all time, especially the last 20 years, passed away last week, kind of as a surprise. He nearly died of COVID last year, and if you haven't ever listened to him, give him a listen. Feel free to reach out. I can give some recommendations. If you know him from his work with Queens of the Stone Age, his record Blues Funeral is probably a good place to start. Anyway, I was feeling feelings about it, and I started looking around eBay. I have a signed copy of his book from last year or the year before, Sing Backwards and Weep. And I started looking for other like signed or limited stuff, and I found this and got this lovely print that the oftentimes Magic the Gathering artist Justin Hampton made for his spring 2016 tour on this nice foiled print. And down at the bottom, it is signed by the artist. I've got a frame coming in today or tomorrow. This is absolutely going to get a spot on the wall, possibly by my little plaque there. But just a reminder, you don't have to do, if you're a collector, it doesn't always have to be about the exact thing that you always look for. It can be things that remind you of other things that make you happy. So this was probably not as expensive as it should have been. Take some time out and think about the things that make you happy and the artists that contribute. And even if you collect cards specifically, maybe try something out of the ordinary, be it a signed print that is not something that they did for a card, or any number of things, a t-shirt, tour posters, tour t-shirts, things like that if it's musicians. I think those kinds of things, cards might come and go, but these kinds of things, like this guy right here, this is going to be up in my office probably forever. So think about your collection and what it's doing for you, and if it's serving you. And if it means doing something a little different once or for a little while, go for it. Make it serve you. Anyway, get off my my high horse there. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon.